Okay. Lyme Western New York is not just a great support group to me. It has actual educational material that we can take out to our community to educate people, because you don't get it until you get it.
In the summer of 2013, my husband was diagnosed with Lyme disease. It was a very lonely, confusing, and devastating time in our lives. No one would help us. We were confused. We were searching for answers, and nobody had the answers. Finally, we met other people in Western New York who were in the same situation we were in and guided us in the right direction. Lyme Western New York was formed to do this, to pay it forward to others the way others did to us. I can honestly say today that we have saved lives, that we have stopped others from going through this debilitating disease and being alone through this journey. Lyme Western New York is here together to guide you and get you onto the path of recovery.
Lyme Western New York showed me I'm not alone and there's others fighting with me every single day.
Lyme disease destroyed every ounce of my being, literally bringing me to my knees. This group, Lyme Western New York, has given me the tools I need to put the pieces back together, and for that I am forever grateful.
Lyme disease has caused a lot of physical and financial heartache for our family, and it is also very devastating to see your daughters go through the pain and suffering that they are going through. Lyme Western New York has allowed me to feel as if I am not alone and I have friends, and it has given me the hope.
My name is Tessa, and I'm 6 years old, and I have Lyme disease. Thank you, Lyme Western WNY, for all of your help.
Lyme disease has caused me so much physical and emotional pain, it's hard to describe and hard to explain. Lyme Western New York has been there for me and become my extended family. They all know what I'm going through and can relate to what I'm dealing with. I'm so grateful for having them there.
Can't breathe. God, keep my head above water. I lose my breath.
Hi, my name is Madeline. I'm 16 and I have Lyme disease. And for me, the past 2 years has completely changed me as a person. I have had to stop doing everything, but most of the things that I like to do, I've had to stop school because I couldn't make it through the school day anymore. I had to quit gymnastics because I don't have the strength to do that. And I've lost a lot of my friends because I guess hanging out with somebody who's going through so much and you don't know what's happening is hard. And I don't know, it's just been a really sucky 2 years. And for me, Lyme Western New York has somewhat changed that, because for a really long time we didn't know what was wrong and there was nobody who could relate to what I was going through, and just being surrounded by so many people who know exactly what I'm going through and know ways that can help has been very hopeful for me. Watching everybody heal, and I don't know, it's just been a really great part of my life, and I'm really thankful for Lyme Western New York.
Lyme disease left me with many symptoms after treatment. Lyme Western New York helped me to actually have the opportunity to meet people who have had Lyme disease and let me know what I can do to help myself.
I found out that it was Rocky Mountain spotted fever. It really took my entire summer away, just dealing with it and the pain and the fatigue.
Lyme disease, I don't know, I've never heard of it. Lyme disease? They don't have that in Bill's country.
Lyme disease is painful, debilitating, depressing, frustrating, discouraging, frightening, sickening, awful, horrible, confusing, life-changing, expensive, scary, disastrous, mysterious, relentless, and crippling.
What Lyme means to me is a total change in perspective on life. What you thought before you got sick is not what you think when you're sick, and it definitely isn't what you think after you get well. So what Lyme means to me is a total change in everything that you do.
My wife Marcy has been sick for 20 plus years. At first she was diagnosed with things like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome. They said it's in your head. We had a really hard time getting any treatment or help or diagnosis. Then finally she was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease. So we were relieved at first that she had a diagnosis, but unfortunately we soon found out that chronic Lyme disease is very unrecognized by the medical community and insurance companies, and it's very difficult to find help in New York State, unfortunately, because it's so prevalent in New York, it's hard to believe. We finally found help and we turned to Lyme West New York. They were there for us when we needed them.
My mom has been sick for many years. Thank you, Lyme West New York.
In November of 2018, my son was diagnosed with Lyme disease and pandas. I spent a few years watching him go through a number of symptoms, not understanding what was happening with him. I'm grateful to have a diagnosis, but also am afraid by that diagnosis. I'm grateful to have the support of other individuals at Lyme Western New York who are going through the same things that my family and I are going through. Thank you.
Lyme Western New York means life to me. It means hope when you have none. It means friends when you feel like you have none. A group of people that understands what you're going through and to help you better understand what you're going through. Lyme Western New York saved my life, and I couldn't be where I'm at right now without them. So what Lyme Western New York means to me is hope, life, and
Lyme disease has taught me how important your health is. You should never take your health for granted because it can change in an instant. Lyme West New York, I believe, has become a vital part of our community. Through education, support, and information, we can make a change. Although your journey may be long, we will be there. You can and will get better.
My daughter was 4 years old when she contracted Lyme disease and Bartonella from a deer tick right here in Western New York in our suburban backyard. When she was first exhibiting symptoms, nobody listened to me and nobody believed me. I was made to feel like I was crazy, but I knew that my daughter needed help, and I didn't know where to turn until I discovered Lyme Western New York. They offered us not only a listening ear and resources to help us get the help and the diagnosis we needed, but they also were there as a community to give us a sense of family and belonging and let us know that we weren't alone and that what we were experiencing was not only real, but also something that we needed to educate others about so that this didn't happen to more people. So I thank Lyme Western New York for being there for us when no one else was.
Having Lyme disease is very frustrating. It affects every part of your life. Having Lyme Western New York on my side makes me feel like I'm not alone in this fight.
Dry me off and hold me close.
I'm Charlotte, and when I was 4, I got bit by a tick, and then we found out that it was Lyme disease. I went through a lot of stress and pain, and I can't remember how sick I was, but I was sick, like really sick, and I had to take medicine, and now I'm better, and now I'm sick, and that's my story.